securing their spots in the 3-4 qualifier. The Territories are into the final three. In a win or go home, Northwest Territories came out on top. Now for the first time since 2012 in Saskatoon, Jamie Cooey is back in the playoffs. It's been a rocky road for Matt Dunstone. However, 2 wins on the final day of round robin means that Manitoba is moving on. Both teams will be in tough tonight. The qualifiers continue. The Montana's Brier next. And all of it happening here at the Brent Center. Nice to be back. 4th time the Brier is being hosted by the Brent Center. 6th time in Regina. Dunstone Carruthers is our feature. This afternoon it was the 1-2 page qualifiers. And it was Alberta against Saskatchewan. Mike McEwen out of Saskatoon against Brendan Botcher from Edmonton. And this is Botcher in 2, and he made the most of his hammers, scoring 3, and then he stole 2 in 8 as he goes on to the win to advance to the 1-2 page playoff. The other game featured the 5-time champion Brad Gushue, defending champion against Manitoba and Reid Carruthers, and the Carruthers team just not on their game as Gushue gets 3 here in 5. He'd add another 3 in 7 as he would roll to a 9-7 win, so the defending champion is through to that 1-2 page playoff. So Gushue advances, so does Botcher, and now the losers Carruthers drops into a must-win. So for McEwen against Cooey. And on this Friday night, we do say, hello, Canada. Welcome back to Regina. Joe Russ alongside. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. So 2 games where the winner will move on and the loser goes home. And Matt Dunstone comes in now at 6-2, but he started slowly.
It really did, 3-2. But when you look back, if you really break it down, Carruthers, Botcher, last shot games could have gone either way. They could be undefeated. But we did hear Matt say, get me to a curling club after that second loss, and it paid off. 2 practices on their day off. The last 3 games, they've been gold, and they are right in this thing.
Reid Carruthers, on the other hand, lost to Brad Gushue and admits they were a little flat.
Yeah, Vic, they played an emotional game last night against a rival in Botcher to get that top seed in their pool. Came out flat this morning, and you could tell they just were missing some easy shots. They need to find that intensity tonight. It's an elimination game.
Absolutely. So the 2 winners will hang around, and the 2 losers, unfortunately, will leave this year's Montana's Brier here in Regina.
Whoa, Carl, please. Carl.
The old story, whatever you call it, just make it. Matt Dunstone, run it back. 1-2, what a shot. Outstanding.
Playing the flat double.
Final stone on the way. 1-2. Can they move it up? They do. What a shot.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
One other qualifying game on the ice. It's Saskatchewan McEwen against Territories in Cooey. Kathy.
Well, for Mike McEwen, if he and his team want to keep their Brier hopes alive, they will have to park the loss this afternoon. 86% as a team, that's good, but the asterisk is Mike McEwen at 76 was the lowest he has been all week. Jamie Cooey and his Northwest Territories team have been a wonderful story of this year's Brier, but when you look at their numbers, they're 10th to 14th amongst all competitors. 12th as a team, it's been the right shots at the right time. Jamie, 83% in their win to get them in the final six. He's going to have to be at least that high to beat Saskatchewan tonight.
Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Dunstone, they hail from the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by the 28-year-old Matt Dunstone and backed up by Ryan Harden, Colton Lott, and BJ Neufeld. Team Manitoba, Carruthers from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg. They are skipped by Brad Jacobs. Carruthers at third with Connor Negevin and Derek Samagalski, the front end. So you've got Carruthers at 7-1. He will have the last rock. Has the hammer playing the Yellowstone. 6-2 Dunstone playing the red. Has the brush down. So let's get it underway. Winner will move on. The loser will be eliminated from this year's Montana's Brier. And the Dunstone lead is Ryan Harnden.
Little room early. Two-thirds tight.
The tail of the tape pretty close here. 88% for Team Dunstone, 87 for Carruthers. You look at those two skips, they can make just about anything. So it's really those first 6 shots for each team, kind of set up shots, and whoever gets the best setup will probably win this game.
16-4. Shot Pete. Real good. Very nice, Pete.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't slide horribly. 14.5 read?
Yeah.
It's a new wrinkle.
Yeah. So playing down and away from the corner to the back edge of the 8, Connor Negevin.
I haven't seen the winger
No.
hardly at all this week.
Make sure you're back here. Let me know. Line's good. Yep. Go ahead if you.
The team with hammer keeping the play away from the middle. They want this
Behind the tee.
rock to be behind the tee line. If it's ahead of the tee line, you leave the hit and roll available for Matt Dunstone. They'd be ahead of the tee line behind their center line.
Had a long talk with Brad a couple years ago, a couple summers ago.
Time for the keys to the game. We'll start with Dunstone.
Rolling Dunstone, Vic. 91% in their last 3 games. Since that 2-day practice, this guy's been on fire, and that's what it's all about. You need the confidence when you're in a sudden death game like this and get to the inside. Any team will be dreaming about that. If you can get around the guard, line up your freeze, it makes the run backs that much easier.
Very good, the rolling Dunstone, and hope that he wins tonight, or he will be a Dunstone. All right, keys now for Manitoba and Jacobs Carruthers.
First of all, they'll need to have a short memory. They were on the ice about 3 hours ago, have to park that loss and come in with the intensity. And they need to get the broom in the right spot. We heard last night, Reed figures he needs a broom head more ice, Brad needs a broom head less. They're not throwing it exactly the same. They have to ice themselves accordingly.
Keys to the game brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue. It's pure comfort.
Straight to it. Good sweep, Rap.
Oh, I almost went down.
Nice shot, Con.
Shot.
Control.
Colton Lott throwing the second stones for this team from the Fort Rouge.
Control. Clean. Easy. Whoa.
Colton, BJ, Matt, their deliveries are just about identical, which has to help broom placement.
Whoa, clean. Whoa. Girl. Split center. Good throw.
Throw, Colt. Good weight.
Good weight. I like easy. Little fresh, Con? Yeah, touch, bud.
Just saying there might still be a little bit of fresh pebble.
Yep. Hard. Go ahead, yep. Hard. Yeah.
Negative got him.
Hard.
Very heavy.
Hard con. Hard. Hard.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Big roll. Good sweep. Sorry, it's a little gentle. Good sweep.
Rolls it to the back 8. So we are playing the 5 rock rule, of course. 10 ends, 38 minutes thinking time, just 1 60-second timeout, and that stone right there on the center line. That's the no tick rule. Can't touch it or remove it until the 5th stone has been played.
Wait. Easy. Good way. Clean, yep. Just light. Hard then. You gotta go then. Light.
BJ Neufeld.
Come on, Beach. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Good sweep. It's probably good weight.
Yeah,
Second end, eh? Throw. Weight close?
Yeah.
Weight was good. Yeah, it's just a little soft.
Rock is so deep in the house. Even if the roll gets made to perfectly splitting the center line behind that guard, I think it'll be available for Team Carruthers to chase.
Would you ever ignore Russ?
Weight's good.
Go around? I know you're going around an opposition stone, but you do have the last rock.
Yeah, I think the team with last rock might ignore, but the one without won't.
Right up. Good.
Boy, there. That was a better throw first. Control.
Typically the team with hammer, if they throw that winger on their first, you don't see them try to generate it too late in the end. They're trying to keep it open, get their blank to start.
Well, then that speaks to the fact that they were flat, right? I mean, that's all about coming out flat this morning and now trying to ease their way into the game.
Exactly.
Whoa. Clean up.
Yep. Whoa.
Get it right under. Hard. Keep going.
Good spot.
Very nice.
Sweet, Pete.
Bum.
It really was. For Manitoba.
Yep. It's good. Heavy.
Yep.
You know, the steal, they gave up the 2 threes, and then they gave up a steal of 1 and 9, losing 9-7 to Guju this morning.
Gotta go. Dig. Hard, Derek. Dig.
That's the kind of error they were talking about that happened earlier today against Brad Gushue. Just off withdraw weight, rollouts. Those are unforced errors that really come back to haunt you.
Not only is it a perfect center guard, it's the right color for
Line's
Dunstone.
So BJ Neufeld trying to get behind.
Line's good.
Little bit of room here.
Top T.
Only if you have to. Wait there.
Line's really good.
Wait it for T.
We're not.
You can wait.
Too much line, guys.
Now we're T. It's there.
Yeah, we're right off this. Go
Always
Colt.
cold.
We got no line. You just gotta go. Never off. Come on. Good sweep.
Good sweep, guys. So that was a hair solid?
Solid bump.
Sure waited till it made its move, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's funny they're yelling no line, and look at it, it's just about perfect. Little deep. Would have been a tougher chase, top 8.
There you get an idea. Pete Carruthers can see very little of it, if anything.
So true.
Whoa. Yep.
Little down.
That's a great run.
Hard.
Got to get this by.
Hard.
Very nice. Connor Negavan. Goodness. And enough to push it through. Wonderful brush.
Nice shot, bud.
Reed's got a little softer release than Brad. Brad kind of pokes it, gets it going a little bit, and I can understand why they needed to move the broom for the two of them.
Yeah, I feel like with that softer release on this surface, Russ, you're going to see more finish.
Yellow. Roll it. Good.
Shot, Reed.
Connor did really well to get that by the guard.
Ever.
Good sweep, bud.
First end, I was thinking that was going to go.
Speed will be good in here, eh?
Yeah, speed's good.
skip stones here in one. Matt Dunstone, number 4 ranked team
Wait.
Get shapes
on
off.
the Canadian team ranking system.
Hard.
Clean.
Wait,
And the
skip.
top
Hard.
7
Whoa.
in this year's field.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Running to roll it back and had the idea. Gets it to the edge of the button.
Okay with trying that. 100%. You're not going to jam. I mean, don't you? He's
Yeah.
got to make a dead perfect tap.
If you overroll, it brings the jam into play.
It brings the what?
Jam into play. Like
If we overroll,
like if you show him an inch.
I'm feeling this shot.
Okay.
Hack.
Okay.
Well, that decisiveness and that little bit of fire right there, I think, is what we were chatting about. You need to see that from him if he's going to lift this team, considering the way they played this morning.
Yeah, and that intensity is something we got used to seeing from Brad Jacobs over the years. He's different on this team. He seems a bit softer, and he's listening lots. I think that's because he hasn't been skipping for a little while here. I think we'll see some fire in him tonight.
Well, McEwen trying to bounce back after that loss early today to Botcher, but it's the pressure being applied by Jamie Cooey.
Well, it has been all Jamie Cooey. We're line 3 across the house. Mike McEwen hit and rolled on his final stone, and in trying to chip it out, Jamie jammed. So while it is Northwest Territories lying 1, he's trying to play a backline weight and chip it over slightly for 2.
Ooh, it's a tough angle.
It's a really tough angle.
And in our game, you saw that. A great brush again, Negevin. And they got away with the jam at the back that Reed Carruthers was talking about. The stone spills into the open.
Yep. Whoa, if you can. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Yep. Hard. Okay, whoa, whoa.
Daniel Myers, Colton Flash. Can you just chip?
He's good. Curl.
Can you chip it?
You gotta try to move that one.
And roll it? No, not far enough. So they'll have to settle for that single.
Very nice effort.
This line was perfect. Just needed a few more weight.
Matt Dunstone in his second.
Normal. Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah.
Colton Lott.
Hard.
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 Whoa. Yep.
Now, you got to roll? Sure do. Where's it going to stop? And it'll show. Out turn side, back edge of the button.
Nice roll, though.
First time on this side of the sheet, some fresh pebble curls a little more than they wanted it to.
Good toss, bud. Okay, I'm not going to throw super hard here. Okay, bud.
Whoa. Curl. Clean.
Shot, Brad.
And got it. And that will be the 14th blank for Carruthers in the event. That's the most of any team.
Yep.
The 3 4-page playoff games of this year's Montana's Brier. These qualifiers, winners will move on. Unfortunately, the losers will go home, narrowing the field down to the final 4.
Wide.
Friday night, and our feature is all Manitoba. Matt Dunstone, Fort Rouge, Winnipeg, against Reed Carruthers out of the Granite in Winnipeg. And with the blank, once again, Carruthers will have Last Rock as the hammer, playing the Yellowstone.
Looks pretty good. Yep. Why? Don't need to
Finally, Joanne, we've both been waiting for this. Go around the corner guard on the wide side. The ice is groomed so beautifully. There's no reason why you can't get close on the speed. There'll be tons of curl.
Just gotta not over curl.
Yeah.
Great throw. Okay.
So close.
If you get that half buried, it's very tough to get it out.
Almost looks like a hard board. Okay.
Over buried, obviously.
Yeah, to your point, Russ, that was a 14.5. That wide, pretty good. They swept it aggressively because you know there's some fresh pebble out there.
Yeah, it's not a hard shot. You know, you get to some curling clubs late in the year, maybe it's impossible, but not here.
Lead up.
Colton Locke.
Forward. Hard.
You're not going to say gravel
Whoa.
again.
Forward weight. Clean. Good weight. Whoa.
No.
Clean.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
No.
Some of those curling clubs like gravel, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Good throw. Run it.
Well, Kathy, let's talk a little bit about the rocks that have been chosen.
Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting because teams are allowed to choose from the adjacent sheet only at this point. And so on our feature sheet, they could choose from C. Lots of talk this week. We've heard lots of frustrations with some of the red stones not being matched on sheet D. Earlier today, it was McEwen who got to choose, and he chose red. And they didn't necessarily work as well as he wanted to. In this game, red stones were given to Dunstone because it was Jacobs that got to choose. He chose yellow, and when I looked at the assortment that Matt chose, very different than what Mike McEwen chose. And a lot of the teams copy each other, but when there are differences in stones, some want those, some don't.
Now, Dunstone did not play today, so Cooey didn't either. The full Cooey team was out here about an hour and a half prior, having a practice.
Top 8 depth.
Dunstone, the team themselves, did not come out. Their alternate, their fifth, Rob Gordon, and coach Adam Kingsbury were out and matching stones again. But the team itself elected to just stay away. Got a little bit more rest.
Only if you have to on this line.
Really nice
Lots of room.
double peel and roll
Get it moving a little
made by Derek Stamagowski. So just trying to choke off this other corner.
Just go.
You gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta get it in.
Whoa,
Come on.
whoa. You gotta leave it open. Leave it spot. 15
Ryan was a little late on his come around, and that one a little late.
Kind of like the double. Really? I don't love this rock. It's either that or.
Knows the red.
That's what I kind of thought. Okay, I like that. Easy.
Easy. I get Colton through here. Get a little bit.
Easy.
He
got
a little bit at the end.
Not a ton.
Half a
It's
rock.
pretty gradual,
yeah.
Okay. Speed's okay, Con?
They're all good calls. This is probably easier to roll buried, but then there's a red one that can be run back. The double would have been a great call, but it wasn't a gimme.
Whoa. Little big. Close. Clean up. Weight's good. Whoa. Girl.
Negative. And way too long. And Dunstone is there, and it'll spill.
Nice shot. I didn't mind the way I threw that one. It was not heavy.
Shot, Derek.
Just reluctant. Go normal.
Normally.
So they have to make a play. Sorry, I thought it was spilling out. It didn't. Just hanging on the back. PJ Neufeld.
Wait. Clean.
Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Yep. Hard, Colt. Gotta go, Colt.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Nowhere to roll here.
Hard. Yes! Hard!
Gotta go.
So close. post behind.
Same as last end.
Okay, bud.
You got it, bud. That same type of weight.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Good toss.
So looking for another blank, a 15th in this year's event. Very cautious start. You remember we saw this brothers team at the points bet in Oakville, back-to-back points bets wins. But then they was a run of about 8 or 9 games mid-season. They said it's time for a change, and Jacobs took over at skip. So another blank on the board.
No kidding, eh?
Brothers still has the last rock when we come back. Brian Harnden throwing the lead stones for Matt Dunstone and his team from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. As we welcome you back on this Friday night, these are the 3 4-page qualifying games, and we blanked the first 2. So it is Team Carruthers once again out of the Granite Winnipeg with last rock playing the yellow stone. So center goes up, corner, and now around comes Harnden. Connor Negevan.
No shortage of curl in that intern come around. It came out the other side on
Brothers.
Harnden.
Hard, Reed. Hard. Hard. Curl. Curl.
You got to cross the nose, maybe a little flip. No,
Great
sits
throw,
right there.
Con. Good throw, bud. Caught some curl. Good throw, Con. He's to the hack.
Hack.
Clean. Clean.
Just hack. Weight's good.
Yep.
Colton Lott.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just hack.
Girl. Same as Connors. A little more.
Neufeld.
We'll try and make this roll behind the corner hard.
And trying to get it to her there, but it'll just sit. A little bit of a track going now.
Like bomb. Easy kick.
Should have it figured this one should be close. Right behind the yellow corner.
Tony, one of the things that Negevin said to me before the game, Derek Samogolski, throwing that they just did not take advantage of the opportunities. They had them, and they just failed to capitalize. And that maybe that speaks to their, as he said, a lull in the game. They just had no energy. But there's a nice roll underneath.
It's perfect.
All right, Kathy, back to Saskatchewan against the Territories, and Jamie Cooey, what's he got here?
Well, that's Yellowstone at the back. That was a flash by Colton Flash, and that's why the potential is here for a couple. Mike Hitton stuck on his final. Jamie, rather than taking one, is taking on the slash double. Will lose the shooter, but the chance is for two.
Check.
Nice run back there, and it'll be a steal of one for McEwen. Never had the hammer to start the game in this event. Jamie Cooey.
Got it.
What am I hitting here, boys? Pretty much. You're going to get a little.
See, I don't know
like
if, again, Joe, you tell me. I know they're the opposition stones, but there is a little bit of a stagger there. And if you're trying to fire your team up, I know it's the opposition rocks, but why would you be doing this? Is it a comfort level? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, we heard.
Nice shot there.
That's got a spill.
Oh,
There it goes. We heard Derek last end when they were deciding between hitting the corner guard or just hitting the back 12 rock. He said, "Oh, okay, let's just be patient. We'll set it up next end." I think they're just waiting to set it up, but it's going to be the fourth end all of a sudden here. And
but what's the
haven't gone
setup?
after it.
Pardon me, sorry. What's the setup, Russ?
Well,
what are you waiting for?
Well, you know, in fairness, they did get it. They had the perfect corner. They made Derek made the unbelievable hit and roll, perfectly buried, and Team Dunstone took it away with the run back, and then the way they rolled, staggered, they decided, boy, don't take the chance. I think I would have drawn, Vic. I don't think you're wrong at all. But third end, blanket, hammer and four. He could have gone either way there.
Easy round. Throw a double gun next time.
yeah, it's not wrong. If you come around rocks that are staggered on the center line, and if you ever slip deep, Dunstone freezes to that, and you're 2 shots away from getting at that rock, knowing that they're going to replace that guard.
No,
so it's not wrong.
No, he doesn't have to push it. Matter of fact, I just heard Dunstone say, we'll throw double guns, meaning 2 center guards next end. They're assuming this will be a blank. So sometimes being patient like this might force the other team to push a little too hard.
Do you think it has anything to do, Joe, with the fact it's elimination?
Control, just control.
Yeah, probably. And especially if with Team Carruthers kind of stagger stepping out of the gates in their start against Canada, by the time they started playing better, it was too late. So you don't want this game to get out of reach early.
Easy round. This is heavy, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Clean.
Reed Carruthers, a little hot, says Samagalski.
We've all been in this situation, and for Dunstone, I'm sure they're all been there, done that enough times that they won't go crazy next end. But you already heard them say we're going to throw 2 guards, and the team that's technically losing can get impatient, and then bad things might happen.
Yeah, but I like it though, Russ, because the way that Jacobs is calling this game, it's showing me, if I'm Matt Dunstone, that, oh, he doesn't want to play, so I'm going to make him.
Yeah.
So you force the issue a little bit. Sometimes it does come back to bite you. You're right.
Yeah.
But
Skip Stones. Matt Dunstone. At least it keeps Kathy quiet. We haven't heard from her.
I can talk about your game if you'd like me to.
Yeah, his, I thought it was hair.
Oh, there you are.
Get double guns up next then, Dave.
Yeah, there you go. Double guns again. Yeah, I'm sure he would like to force a little bit too. He'd like to get that last rock back and maybe play his game.
Yeah. It's very tough at this level. You know, the teams are so good. It's so easy to hit. You know, the team, in this case, Dunstone's got to be a little careful not to give up the deuce.
Whoa. Yep.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I think there's some similarity. Manitoba Crothers had the last rock against Team Canada and Guju, but there were more rocks in play, and it was a steal of one in 3 before Crothers got 3 in the 4th. But again, there were rocks in play, and they didn't respond. They didn't make their shots. This is just wide open.
Yep. Right to it.
RB.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Boy. Sweet Pete. Yeah, we saw. Okay,
It's
let's
like
make this
corner
one.
up. Yeah.
Now think it out. Find out what turn you might want to force on the next one. I thought they would roll way left and make them throw an in turn.
Just can't get frustrated with all the bowling, that's all.
No.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. So you think of that, and there's Matt Dunstone, a little frustrating with all the bowling. And here, Brad Jacobs, last thing he wants to do is punch the head pin. So you just want to scatter here.
Yep, really got to go.
He's not missing too many out-turn peels.
And there you go. So we'll put another one on the board.
Go, bud.
3 straight.
Real good, bud. Good shot.
We'll look for double guns
Move on my
when we come back.
Yeah, I was like,
This is a slash sideways, potential 4.
PJ Harnden, angle this back, stick it, and one will go, and they'll sit for 3.
Check the triple here.
Check the red sideways.
And he's got it. Wonderful. Great scrub, great throw. So that will be our 1-2 page playoff. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have it for you at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It is Team Canada against Alberta's Brendan Bottcher. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, the 1-2 page playoff.
Hard line. Hard
So
line.
we were promised a couple up front. There they are. A corner as well. So maybe now here in 4 we've got something, and right around goes Negovin. And a wonderful draw through the hole and to the top 8.
Great depth too. Kept it nice and high. You know, to get on the corner and be shot rock would be quite an accomplishment.
Speed's good.
To navigate that port too, Russ. Matt put that rock there intentionally. Wanted to plug the hole, but it just overcurled slightly.
That's close to the. That's probably close to what we need.
Now, I mentioned 7 tomorrow. That's local time. So that would have been 8 p.m. Eastern Time for that 1-2 page playoff. 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Line's good. Yep.
Just line.
Just line. Love
And then
it.
clocks go ahead tomorrow. I'm a mess.
Easy. Close. Yep. Yep.
Here we go, coming through.
Hard line.
Coming through again.
Clean. 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 Yep. Close. Line. Just line.
Small.
Nice.
And lays it on the corner, and they are shot rock.
So good.
Where's the spin, boys?
I like that call quite a bit. Yeah.
What am I hitting?
It's like thick half.
What am
I want to see you hit like. Thick half.
Thick half? Yeah. With my out turn he wants?
Get everything going here. Thick half. Throw it hard.
That red, when he's hitting first, though, comes off the yellow. It could end up close to the center line. Wouldn't be ideal.
He's gonna throw this hard.
Derek Samagalski.
Girl. Clean. Nice shot.
Wow.
Great
Gets,
shot.
moves 3, leaves a center line guard, or just off center, wide corner. 2-0 Saskatchewan lead the territories. What's coming up?
Well, for 2 ends in a row, Jamie could make the decision to draw. You heard that roar a couple of minutes ago. That was Mike McEwen making a draw, freezing down to Jamie Cooey-Stone, but not taking one. He wants to run this corner guard in. I don't know, Russ.
Yeah. Well, it's the odds of him making her slim, but I guess if it's perfect, it's for 3.
Whoa! Curl! Check! Curl! Check! Curl!
McLeod got it. No, across the top, and it'll be steal one more. I mean, is his draw weight not there tonight? I mean, wouldn't that be the obvious thing to do?
He just threw in that path. That was the stone that he threw his first one that Mike froze to, so he had just thrown in that path.
Chase that. You can see that, bro.
That guard's high, eh?
Yeah.
Like solid hack! Solid hack!
What's the speed here, boys? Speed's good?
Nice. Yeah.
Trust that? Not a lot of ice.
Trust it.
Hack is enough to roll it over there?
Yep.
Yeah, solid hack.
Okay.
Little down.
Clean!
Weight's
Whoa.
down.
Clean! Whoa!
Need a bit. I heard the word solid hack. They'll have to hit a fair amount of this red with that soft weight to kill it.
Straight!
Gotta go on this red, guys.
I see that. That's fine.
And going on that red, that'll go out the back.
Go!
Hard. Nice grab.
Jacobs there, and roll one over on the corner.
Just.
Kind of rolled that shitty
Good
spot.
throws,
but
buddy.
that thing.
That's great. Fine.
Roll to an unlucky spot.
Yellow it, just firm.
Hair high with firm.
Okay.
And it queued up the 2 yellows here. A nose hit or hair high, you sit 2.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa,
The hair on the
Clean.
softer side.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Yep,
Yes.
yes, you gotta go, you gotta go. Hard Matt, keep going, keep
close
going,
to
keep
jam
going.
That, and it'll just spin away, but Dunstone, Manitoba sitting 2 without last rock.
Roll under. Yeah. In easy. Solid. I was thinking here, but
You gotta be solid, don't be light.
okay, let's go here.
I like that better.
Yeah.
Cross.
The guard's kind of in the way if you throw it really soft.
Have to throw a little bit of speed to navigate that port. Just curls too much with the lighter weight.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
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 Whoa.
Clean.
Wide.
Straight.
Whoa.
Straight.
Whoa.
Straight. Whoa.
Yeah.
Curl.
Whoa.
Where's it going to run?
nice shot,
There,
Ram.
and rolls it underneath.
Beautiful.
How about Reed? Nice shot, Ram.
7/8 slow.
Really good. Good sweep, Con.
Neufeld tries to run it back.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Curl.
Harden, Lott's got him.
Curl.
Lott's got him. And he's got the shot. And trying to spill it over behind that corner. So they are sitting 2 again without last rock.
Yep.
It's all set up from that
thought that ran
perfect
even,
angle.
like, pretty
Freeze,
true to
top
what we
8. Just they got shot, kept it on the corner.
Maybe a feather of
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Curl.
Curl.
Weight's good. Curl.
Curl.
Curl still.
Curl.
All the way to it.
Semigalski.
All the way. All the way.
Never
all
off.
the way. All the way. Sit.
And little thin. And away it'll go.
Okay, but thinking the easiest spot to draw is something like this.
Yeah, Reed knew it too, eh?
Here, Ram,
Just
man.
a little outward motion.
I'm not comfortable throwing anything. I think this is going to be our best path.
Anything here, he just noses it with like
Yeah.
back line.
Here he's got to make a hit and roll off that. And he can also roll to a spot and makes it really good for us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of risk with that, right?
What's the right depth then? Probably just here,
Yep, I think so.
like back, fighting back forward depth.
Yep. The further we get this way, the
Interesting
better.
play. You know, there's just such beautiful curl. They're offering up a top 4 foot buried.
Okay.
Brad can get it out of there, then he's a little higher and buried.
You're getting to here to me.
Matt's got
Okay.
a tough one, so
I
it's
guess
all about
we've got some
forcing
time to
here.
talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, Joe, you're
middle 8?
Dunstone. You may not be happy with the way this is going. Force them. Then you get the hammer back. Then you can set the table. So as we said, started 3 and 2, and you see the 2 losses early, and then that 76, and that's when we heard, "Find me a curling club," and then look what he's done since then, averaging 86%, and coming in, Brian Harden saying, having played their 3 best games. Sixth Brier appearance for Dunstone.
Line's good.
Back
Clean.
Well, then let it work.
Line's good.
back
Let it
12.
work.
You have to remember too that he played wearing Saskatchewan colors as
Always
well,
Colton.
playing for Steve Laycock.
You gotta go, Colt.
That was back in 18
You gotta
here
go, Colt.
Right to the back.
in Regina.
Never off this.
Just like biting back.
Never off
for, like,
this.
back butt.
Come on.
Yeah, a little more,
Come
Colt,
on.
little more, Colt, little more. That's good. Good spot.
Didn't go as far as they thought it would. I heard
No.
back 8, back 12, about halfway down the sheet.
I love that. if you ever lock it on, he's got to be careful.
We'll have to keep an eye
on Matt.
Okay, so we're looking for almost a 14.
Averaging 83%, sixth. They were off to a good start. Spread out those losses well. That one, though, last night, that was to, or today rather, to Team Canada. That dropped them into this game as they went 7-1, and then dropped that game to Gushue, who was 6-2. And Team Canada playing very well right now. Although the Gushue saying after the game that he still would like to see them bring it up a gear.
I'd like to sweep it when we can.
Line's close.
Pretty good.
So here we are now. It's been a wide open game, granted, but this is the first draw
Line's good.
for Jacobs, or
Line's
Brothers,
good. Go ahead, you gotta
or
go.
Samogolski.
Really
No
gotta
one's
go.
played a draw.
Just copy it.
Really gotta go. Every inch. Every inch. Curl. Curl.
And you gotta
Curl.
get it there.
Curl. Curl.
Well, they're in behind cover, maybe peeking a little bit, but it's only second shot.
Sorry? Come here.
A little more. Yeah, you were like in there.
Yeah.
a little slower there than they think.
Interesting.
There's a 15-1. Other spots when they're full keen, that's good weight.
Oh, okay. 14-3.
Okay, I had a 14-2.
Yeah.
I had 15-1 on that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
He's good here.
Looked like
Yeah.
Brad Jacobs wasn't believing it.
I got a
Yeah.
weird number on this too.
What'd you get on
I
it?
had 14.
Yeah, they can give us a couple feet less.
Take a few feet.
A few feet less, yeah.
Come around
Still get it running
the top yellow here, sit 2.
Nice opportunity here.
Full top 4.
The thing you wonder, was that path just not worked in? This is third down the path. Will it carry a bit better, or is it just a little slower speed tonight?
Line's good.
T-line,
Clean.
off right now. Line only. Easy.
Line's
And right
good.
now, sitting one. They have a stolen point, possibly.
Line's good, guys.
T. Still T.
Colton's rock.
Line's great.
Watch this great camera angle. Watch this, has to bust hard and
Line's
not
really
leave
good,
a
guys.
double.
Top button.
Here it goes.
Top
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And
Yep,
it's Colton
yep,
Lott
Marco.
on the brush.
Whoa, whoa,
Now
whoa.
Harnden joins him.
Yep, yep.
And look at around they go.
So good.
The sit 2.
Whatever he likes.
It's either that or we're playing that.
Great
Line's
patience
great.
on
Line's
this.
good. Line. Line's really good, guys. Top button. Top
Whoa, whoa,
button.
whoa.
Yep, yep. Hard Colt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep, yep. Line's good.
They're back and forth with straight, with curl. They knew it was really close. Just waiting right till the end to get this
Yep,
sunk.
yep. Hard Colt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep, yep.
You wanted a 14-6.
Okay, so makes sense.
You're fine.
Extremely difficult shot.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, can't draw the lid. I think they have to kind of chop off of shot rock.
The problem with that is you add that 2 feet and it doesn't curl enough.
Perfect weight and perfect line.
I gotta give you a few feet more.
Yeah, just the difference, man. You got it.
So what's the play? Going after shot rock and then what? Sitting there or rolling it away?
I think it's they're playing the draw, but as long as they're aggressive with the brushing, they can chip off. I don't think they're trying to tap it too far.
Okay.
It's kind of 2 different shots. With the ice they've got there, Brad throws a lot of rotation and he forces it
Easy
out a bit.
early.
I think they're just trying to throw like a back button.
Easy early.
Okay.
A little hard.
It is facing a couple here.
Oh, you can't hit the top one, bud.
Oh. You got to get to the pin.
Curl.
Tamagalski got to get it off the stone top edge of the
Hard gear,
12.
gotta go.
Get
Gotta
it
go.
off that one.
Gotta go.
Get it off that one. Oh, and he will not. Crashes in front, and it will be a steal of 2. Dunstone on top. Well, somebody's hit the scoreboard, and it is Matt Dunstone out of the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg with a steal of 2. The 4 sheets here at the Brandt Center in use the entire round robin, which ended last night, but now we're just down to 2, and then by tomorrow we'll be down to just a single sheet as we make our way down to the final 4 teams, and then the Page playoffs begin tomorrow. So the steal of 2 means that once again it is Reed Carruthers and his team from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg with Last Rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Weight's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
top 8.
when I was talking with Connor Negovin prior to the game, I said, so, you know, when I mentioned that Reed had said it was a tough game, he said they were a little sloppy. And I said, so any particular part or person? And I said, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. And he said, no, we could all be under the bus because it was right everybody up from lead to second to third to Jacobs. Nobody particularly took advantage of their opportunities.
Well, this game comes down to some execution too. Colton makes a through the port that they've never seen before. Angle freeze for shot rock, buried top 8. And Matt Dunstone couldn't have put that last rock in a better spot. And you and I kind of looked at each other and went, Brad's got a 50-50 chance of just scoring here. And it coughed up the error. It's all about applying pressure, and they did.
Perfect line.
And the one thing I would add to that game, because that's the game that I watched this afternoon, is that I could hear discussions often between Reed and Brad, where Reed wants to lean to a more finesse draw game, but Brad Jacobs is Brad Jacobs, and he likes the hit. And a couple of times he was not talked out of, but persuaded perhaps to play a shot, and then after you saw him shaking his head. So key also is for Brad to be able to call the game that he wants to, so that he can throw what he wants to at the end.
Good point, Kathy. He was eyeing up a double against Gushy, wasn't he? And they knocked him into the draw. He missed the draw, gave up 3.
It's good. Line's good. Little light. Line's good.
Well, that just indicates again how open the game has been. Draw number 1 for the second thrower, Derek Somogalski, and it comes here in 5.
Hard, Con.
Distance too.
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay, good shot. It's good
throw
sweep,
there.
guys. Good shot. Really good sweep.
That'd be good. Even nose is good.
Think you can get to nose? Yeah.
You're just freezing though.
Like, I think freeze.
Freeze the nose.
Board, wait. No, I think we're freezing, aren't we? What? Freeze.
Looks like a freeze.
Sure. 15 on that.
Yeah, 14.
So Dunstone appeared to think that they were going to play the angle raise. What's the difference here? What are they trying to accomplish?
Well, I think there's a couple of shots that you could hammer it dead on. Even you could hit it across the top, kill everything, leave that one red. But what they're trying to do here, and I think it's the easiest of all shots, because it was going to be very difficult to get to the inside with any weight. So let's not throw any weight. So I'm just going to throw the draw.
The angles are pretty good for Dunstone right now. It actually helps Carruthers if they start hitting stuff.
Yep. If they could just get this nose or inside, the line looked golden.
And he crossed the nose.
Boy, these guys are looking sharp.
Shot goal. Move them actually isn't so bad, is it?
What do you do now, Joanne? You got the red takes the yellow.
Move it a little bit.
The red that was just thrown takes the yellow.
Same weight's great.
Yeah, I think just have to rearrange things a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, T-line weight, release that yellow.
Throw the same or a hair more there.
Can't spill open.
Back 4. Whoa. Back
9th
8.
Brier appearance for Derek Somogalski.
Back 4. Yep. Yes.
Playing with the likes of Rob Fowler out of Brandon.
Hard
And
read. Hard ram. Back 4.
with Mike McEwen, now with Carruthers and Jacobs.
Girl con. Nice shot. Good. Oh boy. Good shot, Derek. Nice shot, Derek. I have to curl a sliver. Oh, just curl. I have to curl a little more.
I don't think. Guard the yellows.
That's what I see. He's
Never
gonna
run?
blow it up. Do we have to do that?
Never run the guard.
Well, it's either that or you're guarding.
But throw a guard on that.
That was my first thought.
I guess. What's that?
Then they
That was my first thought.
Guard on this.
Guard on that.
Yep.
Okay.
You never love guarding your opponent's shots.
Gotta be careful. He might have something into here.
Yeah. But
Well,
the only shot that Jacobs has is that yellow tap. I would think you've got to throw a fairly long guard here.
You ever like a freeze again?
That's safer.
I think
Oh,
I
that
like
gives
this
him a
better
chance
than
to slash the yellow and get it rolling kind of on top of his own yellow.
Okay, get a tight guard on it right here.
3-0. And it's 2 stolen points of the 3. And again, it's the pressure that McEwen is putting on Jamie Cooey.
Control.
Well, the Yellowstone, that second shot was Jamie Cooey's first. He was trying to freeze, and he came up a little bit light. Mike guarded the angle run. So this is the straight back, trying to catch the yellow on the right side of the line first.
Really?
Hope it'll go off the back of the red and spin onto the shot stone.
Control. Oh. Cool.
First appearance in the playoffs since 2012.
Hard.
Cooey, here we go. And touches nothing. And there's another stolen point.
No weight either, eh?
Has not been an easy night.
No.
3/4 high.
There's only one thing worse than guarding the other team's rock when you miss the guard.
Staggering your own.
Yeah. Yeah, real nice chance here with some good shots. Crothers can get back in this thing. I think the hard part here, you've got that angle tap is what I'm looking at, but what do you do with this rock? If it rolls open, you're going to see Dunstone blast.
Back east.
It's almost like
Clean.
back line.
Yep. Back 12. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Back yes. Yes.
Samogolski.
Good. Yep. Back east. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Back east. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Negrin, can you help this over? And run it back. Still shot rock belongs to Dunstone.
Gotta get to nose with this. Shot ramp. Bomb.
Probably not a bomb. I can look at the other end. That'd be great if I could, because that goes through here, eh?
You like something like this? He's just running that again.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
I'd
they
love to
both
be able to
go.
nose that.
Okay, I'll look at the other end.
I think that's the best shot if we can nose this, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I think if they don't address that yellow half
Yeah,
in the 8,
yeah.
You nose
Jacobs
it
is
with
going to use
control.
it.
Exactly.
I don't like control because we're just splashing this around. Think if we're going to play a hit, we got to kill a couple yellows.
I just can't quite see all of it. Like if I just get by the guard, I probably hit nose. If I just get by the guard, I hit nose with probably firm.
You like throwing this with firm?
Okay.
A little scary. Anything thin is going into the reds.
Sure is.
BJ Neufeld
Hard.
trying to make some yellows disappear.
Whoa. Curl.
Right now,
Curl.
Dunstone has the shot blocked as we play third stones. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, and he thought that would squeak through that yellow.
Very good.
Didn't quite make it.
Nice shot.
Nice play, though. They got 2 reds that are usable now.
That's really good.
Nice shot. Couldn't get too much closer to that guard.
It was always punching that one.
Yeah, for sure.
You got this
Slash.
intern angle, so juicy.
He does that.
How much
Everything,
weight?
We draw top 4 twice and get
Easy.
Whatever way you think.
You can throw really any weight you want.
What's that?
I like easy.
Okay.
Get to the inside here, Russ.
Yeah, try to roll as far as you can. I don't think you can roll too far. They're trying to queue up this rock and the other yellow. Tough to roll a long way because it can only see, it's almost edge on edge. Can't see enough of the inside.
Still not a draw for Reed Crothers.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Whoa, straight,
Samagalski now hold it up.
Whoa, high.
Stop that curl, Negevin. Roll it over, and very nice.
As good as he could do. Beautiful shot.
Hi, boy, Ram.
Two beauties from Reed Crothers.
Great throws, bud.
Thanks.
Nice shot, buddy.
Good sweep.
Good pair.
Curl. Whoa, straight. Whoa, high. Whoa, roll.
Nice shot, Reed. Nice shot, Ram.
Can't leave that.
Well, then we're playing that, right? Then we just got to play this, right? We're just ripping this.
I think I like that. It's either that or you just tap it into here.
I was thinking where our shooter rolls over, right?
I mean, if you do this, and he freezes here, then we're freezing again. So that's a good scenario.
Yeah. Like he's got to play. If we just get the one, he's playing this hack and roll, and it's two probably.
Yeah, I don't like playing a run on this one at all.
So you like tapping this then?
I'd sooner tap it than slam it in there.
Shooter might not go to a great spot.
No, I know.
Does it ever make sense to roll off that?
Can we get behind ours?
What if we just roll into it?
That's what I was thinking. Set up a little bit of a
Well,
pocket.
and he makes this double again, and we're in.
But he can't get rid of both, right?
No.
Like if we're in here, like anything into there is always coming up, and kind of into that.
Okay.
They talked about throwing a lot of weight here, but that could obviously go wrong. You could do that, or you could do that.
Rip it out.
Okay. I think we're seeing that.
They
right?
talked about tapping it in, which makes some
Probably gotta be
sense.
normal. Get a flat roll.
Yeah, I like normal.
Okay.
But if they ignore all that
hard
and
at
they
it.
now change their minds, Brad Jacobs
right
is doing
there.
that all day.
Trying to hit like 2/3.
Yeah, 2/3 is good. Like thick half evens.
Yeah.
Did something like this.
Yeah.
Steal of 2 for Dunstone in that fourth, and it was set up with this.
Rock positioning, that's the whole key at this level. Either one of these teams can out-curl each other in a given day, so it's all about getting the rock the right spot. Put some pressure on your opponent. Did he ever here? Matt just right on the X, kind of guards the button. You can't hit it because it's buried. Really tough draw for Jacobs.
And Jacobs then crashed trying to draw the button. The key shot brought to you by PKT Tires. Growing together. 2-0, Dunstone leads it. It is Carruthers, however, that does have the last draw. Here in this fifth.
Clean. Pete. Yep. Pete.
Dunstone's first.
Don't nose this thing.
We can't nose this.
And he did.
Why didn't that curl?
So a rock higher. And what can you do with that now?
Well, you could play a soft weight double here and sit 3 buried.
If we're throwing the out, what do we think the out will do?
Well, the out will be like gradual.
Yeah, I'm not
If we-
feeling the out.
Okay. Like I think it'll just sit there for you if you throw the out. The in I'm good with. What did Dunnies just do?
Well, it didn't do much.
Not a ton.
It didn't do much.
Because we've swept and swept and swept in this path.
I feel like if I was to ever be outside on this line, we're toast.
Okay,
with
so
the
tell me
out.
what you think we need to hit.
Well, I think that we need to hit like, and I'm not seeing throwing like
that's fine.
a missile here either.
No,
Okay.
smart.
Like
I'm seeing like a thin third with the in, and I'm just going to throw it nice and
I think you throw it
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it with normal and no.
You don't need a lot of weight. So you
about
can,
a third.
in reality, you're trying to hit and stay on the shot rock.
And
So-
to Kathy's point, also, Joe, from the game earlier today when she said watching Carruthers and Jacobs against Gouges, he was talked out of things. This is what he's seeing.
Okay, good toss.
The rest of the team really has to let him do his thing.
And I think we just saw that there, Reed deferring to Brad and framing it the way he wants.
Be much easier to make it with the other turn, but they don't know it.
Yep.
So perfect on his hits.
Yep.
Looking for the hit and roll.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Here we go. Samagalski. Have you got it? Coming across. And there they are. 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Brothers.
Very nice.
Hard for him to miss this.
Basically, but
Hair thicker. They were hoping if it gets it thicker, you hit the top of that rock and roll into the pile a little better, but very nice shot.
But it's interesting that that stone is red. Remember they left it there.
Make sure we get two.
Now they can use it,
That's
right?
exactly
It's
it.
Funny how it works out.
Yeah, absolutely. They knew that all along. By hitting the wide one that Matt missed, they still had this get out of jail shot, but can't go like tick tick. You might only get one of them.
It's kind of dead stuck, eh?
Yep.
This is the kind of thing they would have practiced in that club.
Oh yeah, precise weight.
Final stone, Matt Dunstone. Right now it is. Crothers hitting the three.
Yeah! Yeah!
Lott staying with it. Harden's there too. Angle it back. Bang! And he'll get two. And oh! And he actually squishes underneath.
Just perfect.
I couldn't stay up. What? I couldn't stay up.
That's his father, Dean, in the glasses. Brother Jack, Aaron, his partner. Takes some pressure off.
Aaron Pincott, who plays with Corinne Brown.
What a shot. You hit either one of those rocks too much. They're
Spins out of there like a scared rabbit. Yeah, exactly.
They're watching. They're watching. What do you get? Oh, you got a beauty. The fact that he actually hit it so perfectly to get in a little bit more.
Which should set up an actual steal here. This is tough.
I think it's there though, Russ.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
8 foot weight. Don't need to push it that far. Just got to get out of the 4 foot.
Tons of curl on the intern here too.
Yeah, get by the guard and just carve it over there. This is there for 2.
Final stone here in 5,
Back
looking to put themselves on the board.
Yep. Heavy. Heavy. Yep.
So
Yep.
little
Clean.
hot
Whoa.
and heavy out of the
Curl,
hand.
curl.
Semagalski
Wait's
now
good.
negative.
Curl.
You
Wait's
got to
good.
get it by. Sure you
Go
do.
heavy.
Can you
Curl.
get the shot rock and tap it back and sit right there? Push it. Oh, and he's going to spin, and it doesn't look like they pushed it far enough. It's going to be a steal of 1.
It's close.
Good throw.
I think it's red.
It absolutely.
Yeah, it's us.
Don't think there's any doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 red.
1 red it is. So steal 1. To the break we go. Dunstone leads at 3-0.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
On this International Women's Day, when women around the world are celebrated for their cultural and economic situation.
As you watch the best men's curling teams in this country compete for a national championship, let's not forget about the women of this great sport. Today is International Women's Day, and here in 2024, women's sports are getting more exposure than ever before. We now have a professional women's hockey league in Canada, and soon there will be one for soccer as well. The times are indeed changing, and it's wonderful to see. But there's one sport in this country that already had women on the front page. One sport that really didn't need to change at all. For more than a half a century, our National Women's Curling Championship has seen the spotlight. For all those years, women from across Canada have gathered, dreaming of becoming our national champions. And we've all got to watch it happen. That exposure, that spotlight, has been so important. Consider Yukon's Bailey Scoffin, the youngest skip at this past year's Scotties. Before the tournament began, she said it wasn't Rachel Holman or Jennifer Jones she was most excited to play, but rather Carrie Galusha from the Territories. She had watched Galusha so many times at the Scotties, and it made her realize that a woman from the North could do that. Last week, Bailey Scoffin was that woman. Skylar Ackerman grew up here in Saskatchewan, where curling is king, or should we say queen. She too had watched the Scotties as a kid, watching all those great Saskatchewan teams, and last week became the youngest skip ever to represent her province. As they watched the Scotties in Calgary, how many young girls saw Rachel Holman on television, watched her curl at a level we have never seen before, and said to themselves, I want to be just like her. This week here in Regina, as we watch the Brier, we're reminded that the sport of curling should be commended. For more than a half a century, women have shared equal billing with the men when it comes to coverage, exposure, prize money, all of those things. Next weekend in Sydney, Team Canada will hit the ice in search of a world championship. Just like young boys watch the Brier this week, young girls from all across the country will be watching next week. And when it comes to putting women in the spotlight, the sport of curling will continue to lead the way.
And our season of champions will move from here in Regina to Sydney, Nova Scotia, starting a week tomorrow, March the 16th, as Rachel Holman opens against Hasselborg of Sweden, 1 p.m. Eastern Time from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Let's check the numbers after 5, Joe.
Story of the steal so far here, Vic, with Carruthers not wanting to mix it up early. Dunstone put some pressure on. He made the perfect draw on the 4th, which forced Jacob to a nearly impossible draw for 1. Got that 2 on the board. And then Dunstone with a perfect slash on his last in the 5th end to get another steal. Story here right now for Jacobs, 25% on only 2 draws so far this game.
Numbers after 5 brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. Kathy with a look at the other game.
Well, it really is a story about decisions. Early on for Jamie Cooey, he had 2 opportunities in 2 and 3 to play a draw and just get one, but he played a high-risk shot and in both cases did not make it, and now the momentum has shifted. And for Mike McEwen, coming off that 76 lowest performance this afternoon, he's at 91% and looking comfortable.
As we begin play here in 6, so it's 3-0. Dunstone leading. And as he has from stone 1, draw 1, it is Reed Carruthers with the last rock. Has the hammer, playing the yellow stone.
Just a pound heavy on Jacobs come around tap. That's all it took. They had to sweep it to get by and then realized that the hog line, it just had that hair extra weight.
Yeah, Little Light would have curled more past the guard and got enough of shot rock. I think he could have got 2 there.
I do too.
It was really tough, but
I think we're top 12.
not quite.
Yeah. Never. Just let it curl.
Might just be out.
No, never touch. Let it curl.
We're almost in.
We're in. Never touch.
I think it's out, Pete. No, you're right. That's fine, Cole.
Okay. What about nose in here?
Right on the nose.
Just, yeah, let him see.
I'm actually kind of thinking on the nose, okay? I like your out turn. Sure. You might get them all if you hit it just right.
This is going to do not much here, right?
No.
Right on the nose.
The other good thing is the triple's possible. By trying to hit it in the nose, there's a good chance Derek will hang around because they need to keep this yellow in play.
Derek Somogolski.
Straight.
Straightening it out. Negavan right on the nose and gets them all, and he'll leave the shooter there.
Nice shot.
Good boy, Brap. Good job, Brap. Got. It's nice when they frame it like that. What? It's nice when they frame it like that.
Well, throw it hard on the nose.
Shot, Derek.
What do you like to draw?
I'm fine with throwing this. It's like half, thin half.
Third's good.
Concept here is you'd like to remove 2 rocks, and you're saying, well, there's 2 right in a row there. Why can't I get those? But if you ever hit it dead on, stuff, you leave them both there. So there's pretty good chance Colton's going to hit the top on the roll out. That's the start. If he gets the side one, bonus.
Hard.
Colton Lott.
Whoa! Whoa!
And now all in its zone. And watch where this will go. And
right behind the guard, Vic.
I think we just draw to the open side, right?
that's
boys?
a bonus.
I go around. That's going to be just a run double.
So sitting one under cover now is Carruthers. 4-0. They're playing 5. And again, it's Cooey.
But an opportunity here. Going around on his first one, Mike was trying to follow Jamie Cooey, and he just rubbed and rolled a little bit. Jamie can see about a third from the hack. If he can get by the guard and tap it back, he can have the distance and make it 4-2.
Cole Parsons. Chad McLeod as well. Here comes that guard in a hurry. And another steal of 1. Wow.
As tight as you can. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So McEwen opened with 1 and now 4 straight steals.
Is that late, or what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't have as much of an ad as normal.
Derek just got caught. They wanted to split the house, sit there 2, take a simple 2. 6 then, usually it's quick to the wing after that mop, and he just threw it really light.
They said he didn't add.
Yeah, sometimes when you don't continue the life of the rock, it just halts. We've seen that happen this week. If you kill it on release, they stop well before you think they should.
Top E.
Very usable miss, though.
Yep.
Get around that.
Good. Line's good. Top T. Middle room. Close. T line. Can't bounce. Yep. Line only. Yeah. Top 4. Have to go. We're bouncing.
Trying to put it right on the corner. BJ Neufeld.
Hard.
Wow, wonderful. Just a spectacular shot. BJ Neufeld.
14-6 on that.
Did that in the 4th end also.
Okay, he wants to move
If you're
this a
Team
little.
Jacobs, you're thinking we got him
a
now.
little
And that's
left.
twice they've done that in this game.
Yeah.
That is so difficult.
Even less, I think, Brad.
Reed's looking to release the yellow. Try to hang on the corner of the red that was just thrown and tap that yellow out of the way, but keep it in the rings. Try to get it to count later in the end.
It's funny, Reed asked for a little less ice. Jacob's feet moved, not much of the brusher.
It's real good. Hard, Derek. You gotta go.
It's not very heavy.
Samagalski, and they won't be able to save it.
Okay, Reed. Okay, good speed.
My bad.
It's okay. Yeah,
Probably could have stayed on that and got it in the rings.
not in.
I don't like leaving that though, do we?
I don't like him trying to nose ours either. We could hit and roll.
What?
We could hit and roll off ours, or...
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to hit that, let's roll in front of ours.
You guys like this?
Board.
Yeah, I don't like leaving that rock there.
Forward weight.
Board. Whoa. Good weight.
Yep.
Whoa.
Newfound, a former champion with Kevin Cooey in 19.
Real hard. Weight's good. Curl.
Colton Lott wanted to roll it just a stone to the left as we look at it.
It's a usable spot.
A little soft.
I thought the weight was okay.
So a little more weight.
I thought they might go after it.
Yeah.
I understand that yellow was dangerous.
Right in here. Back line.
Speed was close, Reed. Nice throw here, bud.
Think you could cross this with a back 8-foot weight and kind of spill both yellows buried?
Yeah, I think so. They won't be. Red will still be shot.
Yes.
Back 12. Please.
Back 12.
Back 12. Whoa. Curl.
Negevin trying to help it over if he can.
Curl. Whoa. Straight.
Samagalski and
Shot,
release it.
nice shot, Reed.
And shot
Wait.
rock still belongs though to Dunstone, the red stone.
It's a bit crazy.
They all go.
Yeah. I'd sooner probably draw than do that.
Any sort of doubles always going into there, eh? We got to be careful. He can nut that, right? And make it that way.
Yeah, he can.
What if he threw a guard on that,
And then he's playing this.
like into here?
Yeah. Do you ever play this with Hack?
In this spot, I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, if he's worried, Joe,
Well, maybe
about
this isn't
the
that crazy then.
yellow just under the Montanas
guys
and
into
running
this,
that
though?
back, it would seem
Will it catch
maybe you
the yellow or
can
no?
guard and take that away by just tucking a little bit
Might
underneath.
tickle it. I don't know if it.
Yep,
but
that's
he's gonna
definitely an
be second
option.
shot. Like it's gonna go here and.
Just thinking if you could do this. Does it catch that?
Yeah. I mean, it might bounce off in here.
Oh, it's bouncing big. It's not hitting this that thick.
What's that?
Like, it's not hitting this that thick, I don't think. Like, I'm a little bit worried that
That's
it,
what
like,
I'm
to
wondering
make sure
if
it
it
gets
does.
out. If I knew it was going to get out, then I love this.
Yeah.
If you hit the yellow on the right-hand side, they're so close together. The red drags
saw
to
this.
our
We can feel all
left.
the
It's
yellow.
just how far.
Whatever you're seeing.
Yeah, if you like it, I don't mind it.
Stick it
But
there.
if you don't, let's say you
Half rock.
didn't make
Might even try
contact,
it.
he still has to do something
And this is
here.
always going into that. Yeah.
Okay,
I think this is well worth it.
it's like half a rock.
Half rock's really close.
Yeah.
This is the first shot Matt saw.
This is kind of where your double-ish ran a bit straighter than maybe we thought.
Okay. Yeah, I like this.
And if you get it on the inside, that squirts out too.
It's like half a rock. Okay. Yeah.
Bit of a gamble.
Yeah, if you happen to not connect,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden Brad Jacobs has a shot to like 3.
Make the shot he made last hand. This a little less of a gamble in his own mind for sure.
Whoa.
Yep.
Dunstone
Yep.
skip
Yeah!
stones. Here in 6. Lott staying with it. Bang.
Attaboy, Matty.
Oh, wonderful. Is anything going to hang around? Yeah, 1. Will spin to the back edge of the 4.
Nice toss, Matty.
Just incredible. Those are shots that are his bread and butter normally. And to start the week, he was missing them and having them turn out the worst way possible. That was outstanding.
And in fairness, he wasn't missing by much, but he gave up, what, a couple double steals by missing him by an inch and a half or so.
Trying something.
What's that? What do you guys like?
I think you probably have to hit it.
You can try to keep the hammer too.
If you draw, he just goes. We're probably forced. I think you have to. Yeah, it sucks. But
easy. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to take your lumps. Matt made a fantastic shot, so try to get it set up next end if you're Team Carruthers.
Just showing the respect here. Normally you'd go around something and try to get an error, and Matt would probably draw if it's dead buried.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. Gotta go, Derek.
I know. I mean, listen, he moved up to the corners and looked for a moment. Did Jacobs? Would that be crazy to ignore that stone of the 4 and go around at this point in time trying to generate something? Or?
Yeah, he could have. It's just you run the risk of Matt Dunstone guarding it or also drawing, and then you're forced. And down 3, get a 2, you're right back in this thing.
Solid, clean, heavy.
Just couldn't run the risk of getting forced in this end.
Heavy. Whoa, whoa.
Colton Lott.
Whoa, girl, girl. Okay, your nose, your nose, your nose.
And your nose.
Go. Go, Matty.
Good end of blind.
Yeah. Good toss, bud.
Half or not.
Okay, buddy.
Looking for another blank. Our 4th of the game.
Clean.
Clean, clean, clean.
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 Got the red? Okay.
Shot, Brad. Nice shot.
And has it. So that continues their 15th blank. Carruthers
Good shot,
most in the event.
I know the first one, like I think you had to hit it because like you draw.
Well, congratulations to these four. They are your first team All-Stars at this year's Montana's Brier. Mike McEwen, a skip, and then it's all Botcher with Kennedy, Gallant, and Hubert. Congratulations, fellas. And, well, there you go. Team Canada dominates the second All-Stars. Congratulations to Brad Gushu and the team. Here at the Brandt Center on this Friday night, two teams will be eliminated. And we're down to the final four. Botcher and Gushu have made it through so far. And so after another blank, we go to the seventh. Once again, it is Manitoba out of the Granite in Winnipeg. Skipped by Brad Jacobs. Team Carruthers with the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
We're heavy.
We're almost into that
Just line.
must score a multiple situation now for Team Carruthers.
Still heavy. We're like back tee.
That's where it was. You could have gone around the corner and rolled the dice. The unfortunate part about those corners, they were so wide.
Yeah.
That Matt's just drawn the 8-foot somewhere, and then you might not have a double for your 2.
What was that? What was that?
But you're right. You're getting to the point that it's
running out of time.
Yep.
Top button. Just nice positive 15. 14-7.
You play it out. You get 2 here. Give up 1 and 8. You're still 2 down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Real bad. Weight's close.
How's the weight?
2 corner guards up.
Mine's okay.
And Dunstone tried to play the choke, so come up kind of half around the guards and block the come around, but it slid a little deep.
Samagalski trying to play down to the corner.
Whoa.
Speaking of a little deep.
Oh dear.
Is that close?
And there again through it. That just speaks to what Connor Negeman was saying. They get their chances. They had them this afternoon. Don't take advantage, and it's just player upon player.
Yeah, that was interesting though, because Derek had a draw to the wing last end that didn't hit the house, and that one just slid through. It was a 14-2. That's really quick in that spot. You feel for the player in that situation. You missed one light, so he added quite a bit, and then it just caught a quick path.
Sorry, I just didn't get out here.
I still hit hard.
I do too.
Mine's good.
Weight's
Now you
close.
think that he just
Mine's
may
good.
pull
Clean.
Weight's good.
the string on this one.
Mine's good. Clean.
You can
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Weight's good. You
Straight.
gotta go. You gotta go, Reed. Half the
Road.
Half the seat.
A little bit of road.
Weight's good.
Line's good. No, line's good. You can go. Curl. Distance. Hard, Reed. Come on. A little more.
Nice shot.
It's really fast in that spot. 15-8.
Nice adjustment.
Sorry, bud.
By Samagalski.
It's the highest we've had.
BJ Neufeld.
Clean. Clean.
Whoa.
Lot with the dust. They'll just rip that guard.
Shot there.
You're probably right.
What do you like?
Freeze or yellow.
It's a head scratcher for him.
Like you can rip that easy, right?
Yeah.
I think you guard it once at least.
I don't know. Guard
Too
once.
hard. I like guard once.
Guard.
He's never running the yellow in, right? Because there's a chance for a double jam.
Here, Reader.
I think, Russ, the frustration sets in too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Always Derek.
Brothers team and Jacobs,
Think
right?
so.
You just
Clean.
you're not able to generate anything. You just,
Hit it.
you've got that last rock.
Just
You
a high
can't
one.
dictate. You
Drilling
can't
an
set
awful lot.
the table, as it were.
Yeah, and it's not like they're horrible. Like they made a perfect hit and roll in the third end, and the Dunstone's team made a run back. In the fourth end, they got one buried. Colton made a corner freeze. I've seen 2 corner freezes. You know, that shot that Dunstone made for the steal, he hits that somewhere else. Jacobs getting at least 2.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Now
probably
it's
just get
2-2.
to nose.
Roll for third shot.
You have to give credit where credit is due. Dunstone's team has made some outstanding shots.
Just incredible.
Okay.
Hack. Clean. Clean. Yep. Heavy hack. Yeah. Good weight. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go.
Little heavy.
Whoa.
Little heavy.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's like board.
Curl.
Roll.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think they were trying to stay on top there, Joanne, but at least it frees up the yellow.
Double and try to spin back.
What about make that double and roll in?
Yeah, I think
Gonna
you
have
make
a
that and
double.
spin down, right?
Yeah. What if you make this double ram? Is that any good? No, never mind, because then it hits. No, that's not good.
You can come down if you want.
What do you guys
I mean,
like?
you make a double.
Can you make the double the wide way and get it spinning
Not
like
bad,
crazy?
but there's a double back.
That's pathetic.
You could probably hit the shot rock
Just
thin
whether
and
you
squirt
hit that or
through.
you hit that, there's
Get it
always
deep
a
enough.
double,
There's
right?
no double.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if the call is to try to.
I was sliding good and then I just over jabbed it.
What do you think? Like if Reed makes this, the rock,
Is that there,
it's auto. What? Yeah.
This is an auto. This
Sorry.
is an auto.
This is ding ding here.
But like that's probably our best shot.
That's probably the shot, maybe.
Okay, bud.
I think you got to hit.
In turn in like
ding,
a
and
third.
Try to, yeah.
You spin it right down to the back of the 8-footed.
Yep. In turn, a third's close.
Third. In turn third.
I think they'd
Trying to
like
kinda
to
hit
do
it
it
a
this
little
way, Joanne, but
Yeah,
I
like
don't think they
the-
can save the shooter, and that's death. So I think they're going to try to go deepest one, thin, this one, and then the shooter will actually, by hitting it thin, will redirect, and they're hopefully getting it into there. The old peel weight double freeze.
Yep. Simple.
Big Crothers.
Hard.
Samagalski.
Whoa. Yep.
And one. And that's all he gets.
That wasn't a very good toss, McGreed.
Okay, Reed.
Hey.
Okay, bud.
This gentleman's got to be so tired, Vic.
Roll to lie 2.
Yeah. Are we sitting 3 on the nose?
When you think about his
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
playing a Manitoba provincial,
Control.
also having
Oh,
the
sorry,
coaching
dude.
duties with Kerry Anderson, Team Canada
How's
at
that
the
look to you?
Scotties,
That looks good.
and there for the
Does it ever make
12,
sense to throw this hard?
nearly
and make the
2
double?
weeks, 12 days, nearly 2 weeks. Then goes home, as he said,
I don't think so.
turned off the phone, slept a little bit.
Doubles are very close to jam.
Then on the way back here, stops in Portage for a training session before coming here. So, yeah, you're right.
Right in the nose.
Still want to flirt with jamming it.
Got a little lucky. I'm not sure there's a double,
Right on
is
the
there?
beak, eh?
I think it jams, Russ.
Yeah. What about just hitting the open one?
Control.
Okay. In or out?
Intern.
Okay.
Yeah, if it just knows the one on the 8-foot, you're thinking?
Yeah, yeah. And you know, Crothers has to deal with that other one. I don't know how you don't set up a
Think it'll
double.
be a
but
little sticky in the middle here. Pretty good still.
Maybe a hair here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Not much. A few feet.
Skip
Clean.
Stones
Go ahead.
here in 7.
Whoa.
Matt Dunstone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean.
Whoa, curl.
Whoa. Curl.
Curl.
Hard, Pete.
Hard curl, Pete. You
Whoa.
really got to go.
Straight.
Curl.
Ryan
You gotta
Harnden.
curl. You're supposed to jamming this.
Can barely stand
And
up.
yeah, they get away with that
Okay.
jam at the back, just outside the rings.
Little hard.
Little hard.
They're heavier than they wanted, and almost jammed
good.
at the back corner there.
Like just outside middle.
Okay.
Now there's a nose triple, is there not? Whoa.
I think so. Looks pretty close.
Might the middle one
Yeah.
could jam actually.
Will the shooter stay right there?
Yeah, it's
spin off a
not
bit.
quite a perfect triple.
Like, I think he probably sits 2 with it.
Tad high side. They might all go with a
If he hits
bullet.
it low, it for sure jams.
It's an anywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
he thinks they think that it may hang around.
Yeah, very well could. Brad cannot miss high side here.
No, has to keep his shooter.
Oh, out of his hand. Boy, goodness, barely let it go. And Samogulski picks him up right away. Samogulski with it. Have you got it? Oh, he's going to stuff the middle one.
Good job, bud.
Boy. Can't buy one, can they?
Shot cups.
I don't think the triple was there, but it
Trying.
just curled enough to set up a double.
In turn, yeah.
Okay.
Score a point.
Yeah.
Just want a point. Wow. Just haven't been able to generate anything.
No.
Dunstone looking for the double again.
Girl. Girl.
Once again, Harnden.
Girl.
You got it. Here you go. Come across. So, and then he'll lay and roll and spin too far. So the chance now to get on the board for Manitoba, Crothers, and Jacobs.
I don't remember seeing an out turn there, but because that would have been a better
Just ran real straight.
choice. You
Thought I
cross
gave
the
it a bit
face, it
better
just
chance than that.
runs dead like that. Unforced error for
Bump there. Yeah.
his skill level.
And the way he's been hitting tonight, he's been so precise. You know he wants that back. What an opportunity here for Brad Jacobs.
Bump, you said?
Kind of out of nowhere, right?
All right, good toss, bud. Let him know the weight.
You bet.
Final stone. Looking at a couple here.
Clean.
Solid board.
After being shut out so far.
Clean, yep.
Clean. Clean.
Clean.
Curl.
Whoa.
Curl.
Now you're okay.
Nice shot.
All I want is a point. Jacobs and Manitoba get 2. Dunstone will have the last rock for the first time in the game when we come back. It took 7 ends before Reed Carruthers hit the scoreboard with a couple. And so on this Friday night, the 3-4 page qualifying games, we welcome you back for the first time in the game. The team of Matt Dunstone does have the hammer. They have the last rock playing the red stones. First stone, however, from the Manitoba lead, Connor Negevin. He hogged it, trying to play a long guard. Didn't get it across.
Hard! Hard! Really gotta go! Hard, hard, hard!
Oh, they did well. And it's going to peak a little bit as it just gets to the top edge of the 12.
Joanne, I like what you said when you're throwing. You've been in that situation. 8th end, it might be getting a tad slower down the very center in the slide path. Skipper wants a 1.
Yeah, it's as the lead, you're just, I would think in the hack, I'm going to throw a light halfway guard. That way, if it's getting a little slow, it'll be fine. It'll get over. And then if it's not slow, the sweepers can sweep it and manage it to the tight guard. I can throw the 1 on my next.
Right.
Just kind of protecting against it getting a little soft.
Smart.
Okay, whoa! Whoa!
It's clean now.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
I'm just holding it so it doesn't come out the other side. Yeah. Whoa!
Not abnormal to have the ice slow down a little bit as the game progresses. That's something we're all used to as curlers.
Good shot.
Yeah, that one will stop underneath.
We saw it in the game last night. Definitely a bit of slowdown. If you were brooms off, they could stop.
5-0. McEwen leads, and again, it's a Cirque du Soleil shot here for Cooey.
It really is. This is the most difficult that he's faced. That Yellowstone biting the back of the forefoot was Jamie's draw. And because he was deep, McEwen was able to guard. This is the double run angle pick for 2.
Oh boy.
And nothing. So it's a steal of 1 more. So that's 5 stolen points of the 6. Now you go back, we said this is the second playoff appearance for Jamie Cooey. His first was 2012, 3-4 page playoff. He lost to his brother, Kevin, and he gave up 5 stolen points in that game, including 4 in one end. And now he's given up 5 stolen points in this one.
You gotta go every end. Every end.
Good shot.
Okay,
Sweet.
bro. Not bad.
Good sweep.
That's okay. Okay, bro.
That's okay. That was a little full, but threw that one good. Yeah.
Clean. Easy.
Good light. Good weight.
Remember, I don't think Lod, or rather Samagalski, had played a draw until I think the 5th.
Clean.
Good weight.
No.
Good weight.
Curl.
Hard on that one, Matty. Hard.
Hard.
Great shot.
Shot cold.
Very nice.
So
Just got into a good spot.
1 down without. Are you all in, or do you protect the scoreboard by hitting?
Could just make the double.
Well, it's the 8th.
I think so.
Yeah, and the problem
Make
is
the double.
that center line guard is not quite tight enough to the rings.
Thanks.
If you come around, I think Dunstone can chase.
I don't like that. He's just roll. I just.
It's not a bad shot.
Whatever you like.
Okay.
I'm seeing the nose.
Okay.
Stay patient.
Well, there's to your point. If you're all in, but he says, yeah, but let's be patient about it. Let's not be silly.
Should be good, I think, bud. Yeah, like Ryan's corner, he threw 15-7 to the ring.
Yeah, they actually did sweep his corners and his draw a lot, though. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was like 15
Oh,
and a half to the top 12 still, though.
Weight's good.
Don't have math.
Clean.
Nope. Weight's good.
Clean. Curl.
Weight's good.
Curl.
Weight's great.
Curl. Keep going. Whoa. Good shot, Reed.
And enough to push it through, just.
Rolling big, I think.
A couple choices here too. You're 1 up with Joanne. You could get rid of the guard, but I think Matt figures that guard isn't that big a problem.
The center guard you're talking about.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's fairly long.
Yeah, the only spot I see where Jacobs could go around that center where it would be problematic for Matt is if they were just top 12, just shot. Hard to throw it hard enough to kill it.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Hard.
And rolling it away right to there.
Shot.
You throw a tight guard now?
Like a tight guard around the yellow?
Yeah, that's the other option.
Hit and roll. I don't know.
Okay. Sure.
Big roll, probably.
I think so.
Probably
You
big
can also
roll.
just draw here and try
That's
to be
the other
second.
shot.
I like that shot.
I like that.
Okay.
Sure.
Just beat that out right here.
This is where I threw, Ram.
So now they've kind of changed.
Like
They
the
were
12, full
patient, and now they've changed gears immediately.
Or
Such a great roll, because if Jacob's last one is on the button buried on the side, they've got that in off there, or the angle raised, whichever they choose. All about rock positioning. It was a brilliant little roll there.
Oh, yeah.
Are good.
12, you got room. Wait.
Pretty good. Top.
line's close.
Great Crothers.
Close. I
They
think.
can get buried top 12. I don't think Dunstone can chase it.
Right.
They throw it so hard to eliminate it from the rings.
Right here. Whoa.
Got to get off it here, otherwise it over curls.
Yep. Whoa.
And they just want to outbeat that one on the side, on the right-hand side, and they do. Second shot.
Nice shot, Ram.
Pretty perfect, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we bump our red onto the red maybe? Forward? Yeah.
Might be able to push this for second.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
Hit a third.
Great shot. Stabbed that and it still lost its handle.
So get rid of the yellow, come across, touch your red, and push it on.
Whoa.
Not asking too much. BJ Newcomb.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa.
Great try.
Didn't get across the face enough.
Good beat. And the nose, right?
What's risky about it?
Well, you go here, right?
Well, yeah, we'd have to go for it.
Yeah.
We'd have to go for it.
I like
What's the best
nose.
result,
I
though?
like the nose. It's a pretty good shot.
What are we doing on the next one when he knows his back?
Then you go at a big roll. I think it's just one too early to do it.
You sure?
Yeah, I think we should nose this.
Okay.
What weight?
That'll be like easy.
So what's the alternative here, Joe? I mean,
Brad was looking at the big roll, so go all the way across the house behind the red rock that's on the side of the 12-foot.
and this nose does what, Russ?
Yeah, I love the nose.
Well, he sits to number one, and it's a very, very thin double. They're hoping Matt takes it on, probably, to be honest. They miss it, then he splits the rings.
The yellow always flies out.
Matt will take on just about anything.
Clean.
I thought they might guard their own.
Yep.
Hard.
Yes, con.
Hard con. Hard con.
Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Connor Negavan. Uh-oh.
Go, Beach. Go.
And there you go. Wow. That just speaks to their issues today and tonight.
Yep.
Can't make a nose hit.
You can't build on anything.
Jesus.
It's ugly there right now.
Sludge right now, man. Like, I whipped that draw, so did Derek.
So if it is getting a little soft, calling it sludge, Joe, what does that mean to that stone? It just caught it?
Yeah, it's just harder to keep that straight. The way it came off and it curled.
Reed said his lost its handle coming in, so through that same area.
It's such a juicy spot for
I know, we just gotta make the jump.
And Colton, the previous end, said he started to slip, so it's getting a little greasy.
You sure wouldn't want to throw a draw then if it's the game's on the line with a draw.
Huge crowd, night game, building's a lot warmer.
Clean. Low. Clean up. Hard. Low. Low. Get. Clean. Low. Curl. Curl.
Very full. Kathy, I know you've been sitting out in the with the crowd, and particularly with the vent thing. Is it still cool or is it warmer tonight?
You know what? The vents are still blowing a lot. Greg was not able to shut them off at all. Greg Owasco, the chief ice tech. So it is venting really heavy where I am, but the actual temperature has risen. This is as full as this arena has been, and it has been very full. So it is very possible on this outside sheet, the heat comes off all those stands, the crowd that you see, and it can impact the ice for sure.
For sure, you bet. And then
They had a good read on that happening in that area, though, so usually you would have heard Reed say, okay, well, let's throw it a little harder so that we can control it a bit better. But they wanted the weight selection, they went a little lighter, thinking that the Bruins would be able to manage the hit, assuming that it was just on draws they were seeing the slowdown.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because now it's on the line now. And just from personal experience, you've just had a couple into a soft spot. You have to be a little proactive on the speed here, and this could be lightning here.
Dunstone sitting a couple around the edge, top edge of the 12. Final stone for Team Carruthers, Brad Jacobs.
No, I don't. I thought it was
Mine's
a touch
good.
light.
Mine's fine. You got
Touch
room. Room.
Now it's all up to Samogolski and Negative.
Top T-line.
Curl distance.
Can you just bend this around that stone? Just top edge. You'll see it now. Here it comes.
Come on, Derek.
Bend it around there. Get it back. T-line. Take it as far as you can. T-line. Take it back. Samogolski staying with it. And right to the T-line they are.
Nice shot. Good sweep.
Very good guess on the speed. Tad more curl.
Super sticky everywhere.
Yeah, look at that. That's the killer number, isn't it? 25% Jacobs. And he makes a beauty there. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
I'm a little surprised at this one up with. You could draw for one. And the run back with his skill set. This looks like the tougher of the. Well, certainly the draw for one's not that hard, but I thought he played that run back. There's room here, though.
Well, you miss it, then they're tied, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
no.
maybe that's why. Draw weight was not his problem, though, throughout round robin. Tonight, though, if it is softening up, how tough a draw is this?
Just need to get the right weight here for this tap.
Yep. Little soft. Whoa. 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 Oh. Light. Clean.
So it's a quiet tap on shot stone.
Curl. 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 Curl right to it.
Lot, can you get there? Here we go. Here we go. Move it far enough. And that is the ice. You bet it is. Spins off for just a single. There was just no action on those stones. 4-2 Dunstone. Matt Dunstone and the team from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg pick up a single in 8. 4-2 they lead it. Welcome back on this Friday night, the 3-4 page qualifying games. And so it is the team from the Granite, skipped by Brad Jacobs, Reed Carruthers, and they do have the last drop here in 9, playing the Yellowstones.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, it's just picked. It just picked. I think they're curled.
Wow.
Good shot.
Sorry, Matt.
15-2.
Shot.
I'll walk it on.
Looks like I can grab it at the end.
So we do have our first final, Kathy, and it's a 7-0 win. Saskatchewan, 6 stolen points by Saskatchewan skip Mike McEwen out of the Nutana in Saskatoon.
Huge props to this team from Saskatchewan. They went to go down the ice. They looked over, saw Connor Negevin in the hack, and just paused for a minute to make sure that he could throw. And then they did their march down the ice, knowing that they would be saluted.
Curl, baby, curl.
So that is the
shot goal.
4th time 6 points have been stolen in the game. 83 Steve Ogden out of Nova Scotia, 86 Alberta Zed Lukowicz, and 94 Doug Harcourt of Saskatchewan.
Speed's pretty good.
And a good bounce back by Mike McEwen and the team. Colton Flash had some struggles early on, but the key for Mike with the weak low this afternoon, bouncing back with one of the highs, is really important as they move on.
Curl. Curl.
So they'll qualify for that 3-4 page playoff and then face another must win
All day,
against
Reed.
the winner of this one.
All day. A little more, Reed. A little more, Reed. A little more, a little more, a little more. Okay. Shot. Okay.
Just freezing it.
Full 8.
Same way, Colt.
Maybe a hair less. It's T.
Jacob's going to try real hard for his deuce here, and then
Good line.
ideally make your opponent draw the forefoot.
It's max line.
Out turn coming home's getting a little bit dodgy.
Okay. Hard line. Hard line.
To it.
Can't leave this.
Hard.
Whoa, whoa, line's good.
Small bounce.
Whoa, whoa. Clean. Stay real
Make
close.
it good, guys.
Whoa.
Make it good.
Whoa,
Make
whoa,
it good.
whoa.
Make it good.
Stay hair high on it. Great job.
Beautiful.
Where was this earlier?
Beautiful shots.
Yeah, this is.
Very well done. Just move it.
How appreciative is a crowd like this?
Oh, they're on their feet, Vic.
Respectful of the game as they cheer the
That's
Territories team of Jamie Cooey, Glenn Kennedy, Cole Parsons, Chad McLeod, Stephen Robertson, making the playoffs for the 2nd time.
And this is not a tour team. People know that. This is a team that played their hearts out here and had a week of a lifetime.
Just the 22nd game they played all season. They won their territorial best of 5 in 3 games.
Yeah, like here, small tap. T-line weight, back button.
$13.8.
What do you? How much more weight do you want me to throw?
You throw like 8 feet more.
Yeah. That much more, eh?
Yeah, you
so
do.
Trust it that it's heavy out here?
Yes.
It
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, they've identified this side. That's now the intern side going this direction. That's a little bit slower.
All those freezes made so nicely on the crowd side of the sheet. So this other side is the one that's coming down.
Yep. Like, yeah.
Yeah, this is like
Gotta get the guard.
Yep.
Gotta get the guard.
It's gone. It's gone.
There is a slide on that.
No, just leave it. Just leave it.
Wow.
Sliding about 2 feet tight.
How was the speed on that one?
It would have been light. Like we just lost that complete side of the sheet. Like,
Yeah.
Peel.
The only thing you couldn't do, and they said he slid tight, but in
Intern.
fairness,
Yeah.
that side's not too forgiving right now. These yellows will be long gone.
Clean. Yep.
Yep, hard guys.
BJ Neufeld.
Yeah.
Hard pull.
Colton Lott got it by. Here we go. Bang, bang, and away they go. Wow. That just
That's ideal.
is a stab in the heart.
Yep. Just couldn't move that guard on Derek's come around. Now what do you do, Joanne? How do you get in there?
Take it easy.
Can you draw in there?
Easy.
No, I
and
think
you're
you need
trying
to-
hit like 2/3.
Yeah, you got to address these reds at the top of the rings.
And that stone out in front on the right-hand side as we see it, is that even that guard, isn't it in the draw path?
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. So that's why they're doing this.
Okay.
To tap this, these top two, get the top and the back one, or maybe roll behind the corner, and then that could open up
Heavy. Yes.
the draw path, but it's not a fun draw path.
Hard. Hard.
Samagalski.
Hard. Take the roll.
One,
Yep,
stuffed
hard,
it. Is he going to spill two? Oh, is he going to hang around? It does.
Good shot.
Pretty good result.
So it's underneath that yellow. Get under their guard.
You can see a bit of it.
Yeah. Chessboard.
Opened up a bit of space though. If this roll, if they need this roll to not be made though.
They want to sit right there, do they, Joe?
No, they're trying to roll under.
Their own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean. Solid. Little
Stone
solid.
top.
Clean. Weight's good. Yep.
8 foot covering the edge of the butt.
You really got to go, Pete. Really got to go.
Arnden.
Whoa, curl.
Now helping it over. Here's Lott. Here we go. What do you got?
No roll.
And roll they do. Will it sit for them? Yeah, it may have peeked now into that hole a little bit, but they are sitting 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
I think we got to hit the top red and roll, then we might
Yeah, I
freeze
can't
on
make
our
it
second.
through the hole.
No, I think.
Where can you get a rock in here?
What about if
You
he
can
hit the
also
top
try
one and
this
roll?
again. Yeah.
Okay.
If he hits it, then we freeze, right?
Make this good. Like that solid hack. Just get this over in here.
Yeah, I like more.
What's that?
I think you got to throw
I think it's like bumper up.
Okay, bump. Throw bump. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little soggy down the center here. Reed knows it.
So to your point earlier, Joe, if it is getting a little
Wait,
soggy,
good.
a little soft,
Wait,
is
good.
the curl going to be a little bit more pronounced here? Is it going to catch the stone a little bit more?
Yeah, and that's why they're throwing it a little bit harder.
Headed by that guard first. They do. Here we go. Where's this going now? Are you going to tick that one? He does. Stuffs it back there, but doesn't get underneath totally.
That's nice shot making. Reed made the perfect double and rolled last time, but rolled it 4 inches less from perfection. He just made it this time.
Just freeze up the freeze, right?
Nice curling.
And he's tapping and rolling to here.
Yeah, and it's a little tough to get.
Yeah, I'm in.
I think let's make him make a good draw. It's tough out here.
How buried is this though?
Right to your
How
point.
much do I got? Like a third?
Make him draw.
A third of a rock. Quarter. Guard. Thin third. Okay. You okay with that?
I'm behind Colton. You saw when he said a third, Colton was like, eh. It's less than a third.
That look okay?
That looks close. I mean, it looks good.
I'll see if they like the draw, but
I think they're lane 2, Kathy, too.
you guys like this over drawing
Might
top
make
8?
make a difference, too.
Yeah.
You hate to leave it in with a 2-point lead, but
roll it
you
top
don't want to miss it either.
Just hack? Just hack. Give you the same weight I just gave you last end?
We've just seen it, though, haven't they, Joanne?
And the guard's pretty high.
Yeah. Probably just a few feet more.
Skip Stone's in 9.
Whoa. Hack. Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
4-2.
Clean.
Dunstone.
Yep. Just hack.
Crothers
Clean.
with
Yep.
the
Just
hammer.
hack. Yes.
Again.
Really gotta
Hard
go,
it,
Pete.
because here it
Come on,
comes.
Pete.
Here it comes again.
Yes.
Yes, 5.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Now,
going.
where's it going to roll to? Are they got enough to push it through?
Hard beat.
Is it? And it'll go.
Great. Good. Really good.
Nice shot.
Not really lively in the house anymore, eh?
No, it's pretty dead.
Yeah.
Yes!
No, we saw that.
Yes!
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
We saw that in 8 actually.
Heartbeat.
When they got their single, it wasn't the action.
Close. Talk to them about weight.
I'm gonna give it a good like
If we
spin.
keep it high side, it's pretty good.
The surface in an arena can be as high as maybe from 24 to 27 degrees Fahrenheit. We know what happens at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a balancing act.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Throw that again. Okay.
Play the freeze here.
Yeah, you
Okay, bud.
Great.
Okay.
Like that,
Well,
bro.
this is
You think
gonna
that's-
run.
I do. I think that's close. Man.
Yeah, good toss, bud.
Did I hear extra spin?
You did.
Okay. Which means what?
So that it'll run a little truer. So less rotation, it can kind of grab and go when the ice is getting a little flat. So this should help maintain the life.
Looks
Jacobs
for
had
lines.
his first. Yeah, there's that little
Good.
extra
Looks
handle.
Good.
Back speed. Back
Where?
8. Back 8.
That much?
Back 4.
Clean.
Wow.
Weight's
Rub.
good. Small bounce.
Clean.
Clean it.
Yeah.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Yeah.
Straight. Hold on.
Samagalski.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And
Whoa,
playing down
whoa,
to the back shot rock, and they are shot for the moment.
Very nice.
Shot, Brad.
Good job, Brad. That's not easy.
Good
Good
judge.
throw, man.
Boy, the experience, I don't know.
Where do I play
Well,
With
and
that kind of handle on it.
they're not letting it get to them. They're just saying, okay,
even
it's
if
getting a
the
little
jam's on that
softer in here. Let's
once
just
you
keep
got
the
the
rotation up. It's a nice shot.
Yeah, you're right. As long as you don't get rid of this.
Yeah, it's going to touch it, right?
You could bump that a rock. How about that?
It's hard
Tough to get there.
Hard to get there. What if I just play the same shot he did? Then what's he do? Like if I get a hair here,
Yeah, I think I like that.
like what's he's got? I don't even know if like he's got to come across the face and stick around, right?
I like that. We'll be shot, so he's got to move it.
Yeah.
Okay, how far do you want to move this back? Do you want to release this?
I think let's sit too.
Okay.
Did they look at coming through that hole here on the left-hand
Try
side
and
with
sit
the
7/8
out
side?
turn and try to push the stone back through?
Okay. He had here, what's something like
Oh,
that?
turn
look
through the
like?
hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be there, actually.
watch this, like, I think
Nobody's
that's
played that for a long time.
How's that look to you?
This looks close, Matt. So they're like, kind of like.
T-line on my own, back 4?
Yeah, we're looking for back 4.
To sit 2.
It's kind of T-line weight.
And then what does he do?
Back 4.
He, Brad Jacobs.
Bump it right on the nose.
If Matt can stay on the high side, on the center line side, there won't. I don't think there'll be a double. If he rolls left a little bit, there will be a double.
So I'm thinking like, probably for this throw, you probably want to see like a 35-40.
This is quite a bit less ice than what Jacobs just took. He was almost edge of 8 for Broom. This is inside middle.
I think so. I think we need a broom less.
Well, even tightening up more. Be interesting to see. They haven't talked about a little more handle, a little more turn, as we heard from Jacobs.
Okay, line's good.
Back 8. Whoa.
Back
line.
Stone is last.
Clean. Back 12. Yes.
Lot left.
Back in.
Hard and right. Want to play right now to shot Stone. Got to go, fellas.
Back 12.
Oh, Lot staying with it. Staying with it. Never off, they say. Here goes Harden again. Tapping a rock. Oh, how do you like that? It looks they are shot. Second shot appears to be Jacobs. Back 4.
Yeah. Really hard score, isn't it?
Maybe stayed high enough to make the double tough.
Probably throw like easy.
I almost wonder if it's, okay, we don't want to take too much
try
time.
to
We're
get
throwing
by.
it no
You gotta
matter
hit the
what.
center line. I think
I'm almost thinking it's like simultaneous,
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
and we just got to kind of hope. Just wondering the turn.
In, you gotta get a little, have to get a little curl.
You like the in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not loving the out.
The problem with this is when the yellow rock comes down
Like, is it almost easier
like
to
that,
actually play
you can
it
hit
on
it
this?
too
Like, is
thick
that-
so easy, and you kick this red in this way.
I don't know. Time out.
You can probably get it to miss it. If we at the same
we're
time,
running
it
out of
misses
time.
it. Okay,
So-
make the shot. Just same time.
Right there.
Same time, and you're throwing.
Turn would
throwing
give you
smooth?
the best result with the little lower roll, but he can't
Guards in
throw
the way.
soft weight with the. Yes, the guard's in the way.
Let's keep our time out.
What kind of
I
weight
think
you
you've
throwing?
almost got to hit the right-hand one, Joanne, as
Okay, bud.
thin as possible. If you come off that top one at all, I'm not sure you're going to get it by.
It's really hard. It's
Yeah.
they're not quite even. So
Yeah, yeah. You say almost simultaneous.
Dunstone sneaking up now for a closer look. Can you make the double and sneak that shooter through for two? Final stone here in 9. Jacobs, here we go. Semigolski, Negovin. Crack them both, go through, no! Oh, and then it'll spin to kill their own and move it too far. And it's a steal of one for short.
one
It
for
looks
sure.
2.
Looks like 2, Vic. Wow.
I don't know. It's 2, yeah.
Just wasn't quite there.
And the sound of the gloves coming off. And Dunstone will advance.
Good luck. Hey, good luck.
Make the final 6-2. And what a difficult day for Carruthers. Coming in with a record of 7-1, and they drop 2 must-wins on this Friday. As Dunstone's family celebrates the win, they're moving on. So coming up tomorrow afternoon, it is the 3-4 page playoff. It'll be Dunstone against MacEwan, 2 p.m. Eastern time. The winner will advance to the semifinal Sunday. Meanwhile, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, Gushue against Botcher. Winner right through to the final, and the loser will get that second chance in the semi. We're down now to the final 4. Montana's Brier here in Regina.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Time to answer some questions with the media. Matt Dunstone finds himself getting through this must-win and now faces another one coming up tomorrow. It really was a quiet start, and remembering, of course, that Carruthers had that last rock. Gave up that steal of 2 and a steal of 1 before he finally hit the board in 7. And there's the difficulty. The draw weight for Brad Jacobs just was not there tonight. And none of the players, they weren't able to build upon anything in their lineup. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. They're through. Must win tonight. Dunstone and the team from the Fort Rouge. PJ Neufeld with daughters Scarlett and Grace. There's a kiss for Dad as he advances along with Matt Dunstone from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. So must win tonight for both these two, must win tomorrow to keep themselves alive, and we'll have it for you 2 p.m. Eastern time when we join you again. We want to thank Brad Jacobs, Reed Carruthers, team from the Granite, Jamie Cooey from Yellowknife. Thank you for all your cooperation this week. We wish you safe travels till we meet again. And so till we talk with you again tomorrow, as we are down now to the final 4 teams at this year's Montana's Brier from Regina, and all of it on Canada's Sports Leader, TSN.